inspire not only yourself but others, as we're all part of the inspiration. And so this is the imagination, and being that this is the 9th day of Christmas, the Magi are still on their way to the Bethlehem, the manger at Bethlehem, in the metaphorical sense, and they're still in the caravan traveling west following yonder star. And so imagination is another form of I-Magi-nation. And dear friends, may you all be members this very moment, this very day, this very heart song. May you all be members of the I-Magi-nation, because all of us are part of the I-Magi-nation when we embrace and use our imagination. And mythic image is one way to do that. And so following your birth star, wherever you are, traverse afar with imagination, and follow your birth star right into I-Magi-nation. The whole circle wheel spinning around and round on this spinning of the seasonal wheel, and find your place on the great mandala, on the great wheel, and spinning it yourself, not having others push you through a revolving door for the rest of your life, but spin the wheel of I-Magi-nation as you take your seat upon the great mandala. This is dedicated to Bob Roth. I hope people in Indiana get a chance to see this, and wherever artists are that love art, painters, weavers, tapestry, sculptors, poets, artists, actors, anyone in the arts, including the quantum leapers of mystic physics. And science, natural science is an art as well, the natural arts. And so Bob Ross, just a wonderful thank you for inspiring us with your television shows of Joy of Painting. The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. And you can still see Bob Ross on public television here in Iowa. And if it's not shown in your place, wherever you're at, please contact your public broadcasting system in your state or wherever you receive public broadcasting signal, and ask them to put Bob Ross' Joy of Painting on so that you can enjoy the ecstasy of Bob Ross as he paints. May it fill your heart and your soul, especially your imagination, with happy thoughts, and filling up your universe with your imagination and becoming a member of the I-Magi-nation. And also Imagine with John Lennon. So the music of the Muse. Follow the Muse, dear friend, and follow the Muse, and follow your bliss. And in this deep, dark winter night, follow your bliss right on out to the void. I am going to invoke in 4 different traditions, some more orthodox and some totally not orthodox at all. One would be the Wiccan tradition, the other would be the Sufi tradition, the other would be the Christian tradition of the early Hezekiahs, and the fourth would be the mythopoetic tradition of poets thousands of years ago and poets to this moment, and especially of the nature religions, Native American. So we'll start out here having done our dedication and finding ourselves on the wheel of imagination, and become a member of the potter's wheel as the circle goes around for the golden eternity of this hour around this electronic campfire called green fire. Aqua Terra Chautauqua. Earth Speak. What does Earth Speak say? For the least of these, other species, the complete biota of Gaia, Mother Earth, and the red, black, white, and yellow hoops of all humanity. Poverty is a dis-ease. Poverty of imagination, poverty of spirit, poverty of the will, poverty of motivation leads to global inertia, makes people of Gaia subhumans, subservient servants to the global cabal of the carnivore corporation, corporatism of capitalism. Eat cannabis. Begin planetary awareness and understanding of who we truly are. It is a spiritual duty to discover who we truly are. As planetary humans, this is beginning. As planetary humans, the awareness of beginner's mind. Close encounters of the loving kind. Close encounters of the loving kind. Close, close, close encounters of the loving kind. The fourth wave of Zavuya humanity. We are in the spin of the fourth wave of Zavuya humanity. Clicking the amygdala of Mandala Shambhala. That's breaking bread here. Let's break this down and break it apart. Breathe it in. With breathing in peace, breathing out love. Breathing in love, breathing out peace. Breathe in peace, breathe out love. Ah, earth speak. Aquaterra Chautauqua. Chautauqua is a teaching wheel. People in the 1880s used to get around out in the rural areas, and they'd have week-long Chautauquas in the summer, maybe sometimes in the winter, and they would be lectures and different deep diving into different subjects, like a university in nature, where orators and lecturers and poets would come and speak of the nature of deeper things that speak to the human heart, of knowledge, but more than knowledge, of awareness and understanding of who they truly are. That is Chautauqua. Look that up. C-H-A-T-A-Q-U-A, Chautauqua. And we all need Chautauquas in our life to keep the gumption right. Aquaterra is Mother Earth, the water planet. Aquaterra, water planet, Chautauqua. Earth Speak. What does the Earth Speak say? For the least of these, for other species, for the complete biota of Gaia. The complete biota of Gaia, an esoteric name for Mother Earth, is Bayami. The complete biota of Bayami. And the red, black, white, and yellow hoops of all humanities, the root race colors of all humanity. Red, yellow, black, and white. Poverty is a dis-ease. Poverty of imagination, poverty of spirit, poverty of will, poverty of motivation. This all leads to global inertia and makes people of the planet Earth subhumans who are subservient, who then tend toward subservient service to the global cabal of the carnivore corporations of capitalism. Eat, drink, whatever, grow cannabis. Cannabis is good. It's a sweet medicine. It's medicine. Eat and grow cannabis. Begin planetary awareness and understanding of who we truly are. Who we truly are, dear friend. We'll deep diving into that. We dive into who we truly are. This is awareness time. Time to get some spirit and gumption going here of who we truly are. as planetary humans, humans that have awareness. This is beginning. So we're self-reflective, and we've evolved into this about 5,000 years ago, is becoming self-reflective, having a conscience, having a consciousness of who we are, truly are as planetary humans. This is the beginning. Awareness of beginner's mind in this beginning of the new year. These are close encounters, dear friend, of the loving kind. Breathe in peace. Breathe out love. Breathe in love. Breathe out peace. Breathe in peace. Breathe out love. Close encounters of the loving kind. The fourth wave of the Zavuya humanity. The fourth wave of Zavuya humanity. Clicking the amygdala of the mandala Shambhala. Clicking the amygdala clicking is a part of our brain and awakens up deeper dendrites and axons as they fire across the synapse so we can make connections to other parts of our brain, both individually but also as a global brain. Clicking the amygdala clicking is awareness points, and click, click, click. Down come the chimney with good Saint Nick. Amygdala clicking, and these are amygdala clicking of the mandala Shambhala. Shambhala is a secret kingdom hidden inside the Himalaya, and the Tibetan Buddhists talk of this mythic kingdom, much like Atlantis, but this is frozen inside the frozen Shambhala, an esoteric, etheric community kingdom called the Kingdom of Shambhala. And so this is clicking the amygdala of the mandala, that we're all on the wheel of the great mandala. And this is clicking the amygdala of the great mandala Shambhala. That is affirmation of a higher nation, the I Magi nation. My little Christmas gift to all of you, dear friends. My little Christmas gift to all of you. May the beauty of the joy of this journey and the deep yearning in the embers of December and early January warm the cockles of your heart to discover the warm and true nature of your own inner Shambhala. Okay, so then we've gone through this, and now we'll put it together. We'll do a little quick billing. Aquaterra Chautauqua. Earth speak. What does Earth speak say? For the least of these. Other species, the complete biota of Bayami, and the red, black, white, and yellow hoops of all humanity. Hue, humanity. Poverty is a dis-ease. Poverty of imagination, poverty of spirit, poverty of the will, poverty of motivation. This all leads to global inertia. And it makes people of the earth subhumans, subservient servants to the global cabal of the carnivore capitalism of corporations. We don't want that, none of that. That's gonna go, dissolve that. Send that out. Clear on out to the void and avoid it at all costs. Eat and grow cannabis. Begin planetary awareness of person, plant, planet. Eat and grow cannabis. Begin planetary awareness of person, plant, planet. and understanding of who we truly are as planetary humans. Planetary humans. Planetary humans. This is beginning. Awareness of beginner's mind. Close encounters of the loving kind. The fourth wave of Zavuya humanity. The fourth wave of Zavuya humanity. Clicking the amygdala of Mandala Shambhala. Ho! Happy Yuletide. Happy winter solstice. Happy New Year. Merry be. May mirth be restored upon earth. Aho. This is part of the trek of doing a new awakening, a new beginning. So this is Caballero Cannabis Copus. Caballero Cannabis Copus. Rope some hope, rope some dope with cannabis rope for a new hemp sensation, new cannabis hoops for all the races. This is a new dispensation this January 1st in California. The entire West Coast is now recreational cannabis. January 1st, 2018. Celebrate. This is a new day. The long ordeal of prohibition is over. The long ordeal of the prohibition of cannabis is over on the west coast of the USA this very day, January 1st, 2018. Hoka hey. This is a new dispensation. The Cannabis Cowboy Complex. The Royal Mexican Air Force doesn't have to fly tonight. No one has to straighten up and fly right. We can now light up and fly light. The Flying Burrito Brothers can now fly right. The Flying Burrito Brothers can now fly right. Roll right stones. Easy Wider for Easy Rider. Stand a light upon the ground of new being, new earth, numens numina, mirth on earth. A new dispensation down at the dispensary. No more medical marijuana. This is now recreational cannabis. Now cannabis dispensary for sweet medicine. Ganja sacrament for millions. Holy Communion, this Ganja sacrament for millions. In communion of the Jesus weed. In communion of the Jesus weed. For the least of these. For the least of these. For the least of these. In anima mundi, harmonium communium, upon the commons of now new earth. Even up on the front range, on the back burner, is total uplift. Even up on the front range, on the back burner is total uplift. Upgrade for all humanity. Even Casablanca, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Even Casablanca don't bogart that joint, my friend. Never able to elude of any living. And that is the Caballero Cannabis Copus. There used to be a Hollywood Western character called Cowboy Copus. Well, this is Caballero Cannabis Copus for a new cowboy Western with cannabis. All right? So these are for all the high rollers, the people who really know how to roll easy wider and get high in a sacred communal way. That's why we call it Holy Communion. Caballero Cannabis Corpus. For a new day, a new dispensation down at the dispensary on the entire West Coast is now recreational, personal use cannabis. Caballero Cannabis Corpus. Rope some hope, rope some dope with cannabis rope. For a new hemp sensation, a new cannabis, hoops for all humanity, hoops for all the races. This is a new dispensation. The Cannabis Cowboy Complex, the Royal Mexican Air Force doesn't have to fly tonight. No one has to straighten up and fly right. We can now light up and fly light. The Flying Burrito Brothers can now fly right. Ah, easy wider for easy rider. Roll right stones, stand alight upon the new ground of being. The unground, the new ground of being. New earth, numens numina, mirth on earth, whoa! A new dispensation down at the dispensary. Dispensing good, good, good vibrations. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Doobie Brothers, good vibrations. Na 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 na. Good, good, good vibrations. A new dispensation down at the dispensary. Now cannabis dispensary for sweet medicine, the ganja sacrament for millions. In communion of the Jesus weed, in communion of the Jesus weed for the least of these. In Anima Mundi, Harmonium Communium. In Anima Mundi, Harmonium Communium. Upon the commons of the new earth, there is a new mirth on earth, even up on the front range. On the back burner is total uplift, upgrade for all humanity. Even Casablanca don't bogart that joint, my friend. Ah, the Caballero Cannabis Corpus has good vibrations and good medicine for all. So share, dear friends. It's all about sharing, which totally breaks down and destroys and dissolves the capitalist system. When you share, you don't have to go down and buy it and consume it as a product. So there's no buying, there's no selling, there's no product, and you don't have to become a consumer unit, only one never produces but only consumes. You can grow your own, dear friend, and I highly recommend you do. And among all, one and all, share. You know, trade, barter, volunteer, share your seeds, share your wealth. That's how we all create community and create the commons and the global commons upon which we all share, and the root races of all humanity, red, yellow, black, and white. For loving kindness is the way, the truth, and the life. And the Jesus weed of easy wider zigzag is Holy Communion, and you share it. And that's how you treat it, as reverence, as sacrament. Because it is a sacrament. It is the body and blood of Mother Earth in plant form. And it informs our connection of person, plant, planet. The good buzz. You hit this buzzer, but you don't hit it. You toke it. It's a toke. You know, that's a toke. You take a toke, and it's just a small amount. You don't need a whole lot. You know, just a little bit, so you can share and enjoy. That's what this is about. Do dare to follow your troth, follow your truth, and be outrageous enough to follow your bliss and enjoy your life. Not to excess, but with success. And beyond success would be the process of the journey itself. So Caballero Cannabis Copus. Rope some hope, rope some dope with cannabis rope. For a new hemp sensation, the new cannabis hoops for all the races. This is a new dispensation. The Cannabis Cowboy Complex. The Royal Mexican Air Force doesn't have to fly tonight. No one has to straighten up and fly right. Those days are over. We can now light up and fly light. The Flying Burrito Brothers can now fly right. Ah, easy wider for easy rider. Row right stones stand alight upon the new ground of being. New earth, numens, numina. Mirth on earth. A new dispensation down at the dispensary. Now cannabis dispensary for sweet medicine. Ganja sacrament for millions. In communion of the Jesus weed, for the least of these, this sacred sacrament in anima mundi harmonium communium. Upon the commons of new earth, even up on the front range, on the back burner is totally uplift of mirth on earth. Upgrade for all humanity. Even in Casablanca, dear friend, don't bogart that joint, my friend. Pass it over to me. Here's to you, this bud's for you. And this is just a little bit of the high rollers here. The true high rollers. You don't need to go anywhere near Las Vegas to become a high roller. And it don't take you a whole lot of money either. You just grow your own. The twin stars near the big one-hearted river. There is divine shining through these twin rays, surrounding and bathing upon all the earth, washing our spirits clean. Twin rays of these twinkling stars in purple and magenta, a tisket, a tasket, a purple and magenta basket. There is something about the chrysalis in the Christ time you are serving. There is something about the chrysalis in the Christ time you are serving. When trees were people, they were preparing for Bodhisattva. Why be a doobie when you can do a doobie? When medicine can make you well, you can go to Chalice Well. You can go to the looks within place, deep reflection place, in the pool of wonder. You are free to wander. Ah, joy of the journey in the face of the storm. Looks within place is a place to begin for sweet medicine. Cannabinoids to heal our brains. Sacrament for the holy rollers, communion. Sacrament for the holy rollers, communion. THC to reduce stress levels, to provide wiggle room, to enter the loom of Gaia, where Indra's net replaces flashlight focus, with rebirth into the labyrinth of tri-woven Celtic knots, washing our spirits clean. Ah, amazing grace of satisfied smile. Ah, Bodhisattva. Ah, amazing grace of a satisfied smile. Ah, Bodhisattva. That is the bodhisattva of being a doobie. When trees were people, there is such beauty here. No move was made without the consensus of the people of the commons, the people of the fir, the people of the oak, the people of the fire, the people of the holiest oak, the people of the holiest earth, the people of sacred fire, the people of green fire, of emerald forest. In the holy rood, cleave wood, you will find me there, says Joshua Tree. Merry pranksters all, in their realm and country fair. The people who howled with the wolves, the people who ran with the hunt, the people of troubadour's desire, the people of Ariadne's silver thread, the people of Yggdrasil, the people of the real world. When trees were people, when women were birds, when words were starborn, upon the sacred flame we thus did proclaim, no compromise in defense of Mother Earth. All power to the people, so mote it be. Merry be, aho. When trees were people, there is such beauty here. No move was made without consensus of the people of the commons, the people of the fir, the people of the oak, the people of the fire, the people of the holiest oak, the people of the holiest earth, the people of sacred fire, the people of green fire, of emerald forest. In holy rood, cleave wood, you will find me there, says Joshua Tree. Merry pranksters all, in their realm and country fair. The people who howled with the wolves, the people who ran with the hunt, the people of troubadour's desire, the people of Ariadne's silver thread, the people of Yggdrasil, the people of the real world. When trees were people, when women were birds, when words were starborn, upon the sacred flame we thus did proclaim, no compromise in defense of Mother Earth. No compromise in defense of Mother Earth. All power to the people, so mote it be. Merry be. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, this 9th day of Christmas. When trees were people. And we're moving into deep peace, dear friend. Deep peace of the moon and stars to you. Deep peace. Deep peace of the moon and stars to you. Deep peace of the wandering lip of snowdrifts of the driftless to you. Deep peace of the cloud of unknown to you. Deep peace of the nada way to you. Deep peace of the white shroud to you. Deep peace of the white cliffs to you. Deep peace of the white cloud to you. Deep peace of the white cliffs of McGregor to you. Deep peace of the white dunes of Bandon to you. Deep peace of the white beaches of Grand Haven to you. Deep peace of the white sands of Sebastian to you. Deep peace of the white steeple of Scattergood to you. Deep peace of the frozen white waves of Gitche Gumee to you. Deep peace of white Christmas to you. Deep peace of Snow White to you. Deep peace of white solar dawn to you. Deep peace of the white spots of fawn to you. Deep peace of white morning fog to you. Deep peace of white rolling river steam to you. Deep peace of white crystal ring around the moon to you. Deep peace of white songs of the spheres to you. Deep peace of white orca to you. Deep peace of white snow goose to you. Deep peace of white snow leopard to you. Deep peace of white ermine to you. Deep peace of white polar bear to you. Deep peace of white swan to you. Deep peace of white snowy owl to you. Deep peace of white caribou to you. Deep peace of white wapiti to you. Deep peace of white eagle to you. Deep peace of white Kilimanjaro to you. Deep peace of white Himalaya to you. Deep peace of white laughing fish falls to you. Deep peace of white Siberian tiger to you. Deep peace of white beluga to you. Deep peace of white narwhal to you. Deep peace of white fox to you. Deep peace of white wolf to you. Deep peace of white, wide, joyful, fulfilling laughter to you. Deep peace to you. In this dawning new year, dear friend, deep peace to you. We will breathe this in, breathing in peace, breathing out love to you and your kith and kin, surrounding you with love. Breathing in love, breathing out peace. Breathing in peace, breathing out love. Breathing in love, breathing out peace. Deep peace. Deep peace of the moon and stars to you in this starry night. Deep peace of the wandering lip of snowdrifts of the driftless to you. Deep peace of the white cross in blue sky to you. Deep peace of the cloud of unknown to you. Deep peace of the white shroud to you. Deep peace of the white cliffs of McGregor to you. Deep peace of the white dunes of Bandon to you. Deep peace of the white buffalo calf woman to you. Deep peace of the white beaches of Grand Haven to you. Deep peace of the white sands of Sebastian to you. Deep peace of the white chapel of Scattergood to you. Deep peace of the frozen waves. Deep peace of the frozen standing waves of Gitche Gumi to you. Deep peace of white Christmas to you. Deep peace of Snow White to you. Deep peace of white solar dawn to you. Deep peace of the white spots of fawn to you. Deep peace of white morning fog to you. Deep peace of white rolling river steam to you. Deep peace of white crystal ring round the moon to you. Deep peace of the white songs of the spheres to you. Deep peace of white orca to you. Deep peace of white snow goose to you. Deep peace of white snow leopard to you. Deep peace of white ermine to you. Deep peace of white polar bear to you. Deep peace of white swan to you. Deep peace of Ursa Major to you. Deep peace of white snowy owl to you. Deep peace of white caribou to you. Deep peace of white wapiti to you. Deep peace of white wambly to you. Deep peace of white Kilimanjaro to you. Deep peace of white eagle to you. Deep peace of white Himalaya to you. Deep peace of Alaya Vijnana to you. Deep peace of white Siberian tiger to you. Deep peace of white beluga to you. Deep peace of white narwhal to you. Deep peace of white fox to you. Deep peace of white wolf to you. Deep peace of joyful laughter fulfilling you. On the seasonal wheel as we turn and spin, spins within and spin without, both inner and outer, on this hominid plane. Deep peace of the joyful journey to you. Deep peace of the laughter within to you. And deep peace of the starry night to you. And your kith and kin, dear friend. This is our journey's begin. This is where our journey begins in this Yuletide spirit. May the spirit of the white snowy owl guide and direct us along with all the other animal friends of the totems of our times, our inner and outer totems. May they be mythic images of our own monads as nomads of the starry deep peace. This very night, this is my deep peace gift to you. And on this dark night, we will go right into another tradition, the eve of Christmas. Be enlightened, dear friend. Come to him and be enlightened, and your faces shall not be confounded. From Gertrude the Great of Helfta. Behold, I am approaching you, O consuming fire, my God, devouring me, a speck of dust in the fiery vigor of your love. Consume me utterly and absorb me into yourself. Behold, I am approaching you, O my dulcet light. Let your face light up over me, so that my darkness may become like noonday in your presence. Behold, I am approaching you, O most blessed union. Make me one with you by the glue of living love. Gertrude of Helfta, Spiritual Exercise 4. The joy of the new light. It is to the shepherds watching and keeping the night watches over their flock, that the joy of the new light is announced. And for them the Savior is said to be born. Upon the poor and the toiling, not upon you that are rich and have your consolation. And with it the divinely denounced woe, the day of sanctification has dawned amid the watches of the night. So that the night is illuminated as the day, or is rather changed into day, since the angel says, not this night, but this day is born to you a Savior. For the night is past and the day is at hand, the true day of true day, the salvation of God our Lord Jesus Christ, who is over all things and is himself true God, blessed forevermore. Amen. This is from Bernard of Clairvaux, the Sermon 5 for Christmas Eve. And that is one tradition. Another tradition, which is in the Sufi tradition. In the Sufi tradition, the anecdote of Imam Hanbal. Ahmad Hanbal was the Imam of his time, and his merit beyond praise. Once when he wished to rest from his studies and his position, he went out to talk with a man who was very poor. Someone who saw him blamed him, saying, there's no one more learned than you, and you have no need of another man's opinions, yet you spend your time with a poor wretch who goes barefoot and bareheaded. It is true, said the Imam, that I have carried off the polo ball and the hadiths and the sunnah, and that I have more knowledge than this man. But in regard to understanding, he is nearer to God than I am. You who are unjust through ignorance, reflect, at least for a moment, on the integrity of those who are on the path of the Spirit. You who are unjust through ignorance, reflect at least for a moment on the integrity of those who are on the path of the Spirit. You are a Raja, and that is pure. And the query of the 15th bird. Another bird said to the hoopoe, if the king of whom we speak is just and faithful, God has given us also uprightness and integrity. And I have never been lacking in justice toward anyone. When these qualities are found in a man, how will he rank in the knowledge of spiritual things? The hoopoe replied, justice is the king of salvation. He who is just is saved from all kinds of errors and futilities. It is better to be just than to pass your whole life in the genuflections and prostrations of exterior worship. Even liberality is not equal in the two worlds to justice exercised in secret. But he who professes justice openly will find it difficult not to become a hypocrite. As for men of the spiritual way, they ask justice of no one, but they receive it generously from God. Ho! So that's a little bit of that tradition, of the Sufi tradition, the query of the 15th bird. In the Wiccan tradition, that is direct Mother Earth, Moon, Star, Nature relation. This is pure nature in the Wiccan tradition. And for this beginning of the new year, Christmas Eve, round about these times, all around Mother Earth, planet Earth, I throw my arms open and fill them with your streaming. Tonight, when I need full power in this full moon, on the 9th day of Christmas, when I need full power, you show me, moon, your sureness, your yield of light. I throw open my arms and fill them with your streaming. Tonight, when I need full power, you show me, moon, your sureness, your yield of light. Ah, return of the light. And in this full moon evening, of the snowy white bird, of the beautiful white snowy owl. Mother Moon is the only teacher I need. Mother Moon, you bless the evening grass when you rise, thin as a wisp dancer, young as a child chime. You swing out low across the blueness, aim higher and higher, up, up, growing to fullness, sailing the clouds, trailing glory of rainbows, star scatter, wild on black night. Brilliant with promise, then gone from my hours. But I know you are there, dancing beyond, and I wait to catch you. There in the early hours, a cup held out, so I drink your last light. Shadow covers my face as you turn, and I wait on the black, slow, frightening count of 3. What do I learn then in the dark? A kind of patience, knowledge of paradox, belief in invisible light, a gift of darkness. This one is a very special, deeper understanding of watching the moon's ascent. When the moon ascends in the east, in this full moon night, let's watch the moon ascend in the east, in her ascension over beloved blessed water planet. Mother Moon, you bless the evening grass when you rise, thin as a wisp dancer, young as a child chime. You swing out low across the blueness, aim higher and higher, up, up, growing to fullness, sailing the clouds, trailing glory of rainbows, star scatter, wild on black night. Ah, brilliant with promise, then gone from my hours. But I know you were there, dancing beyond, and I wait to catch you. There in the early hours, a cup held out, so I drink your last light. Shadow covers my face as you turn, and I wait on the black, slow, frightening count of 3. What do I learn then in the dark? A kind of patience, knowledge of paradox, belief in invisible light. Ah, the gift of darkness. Happy January 1st. O sacred moon, listen up, blessed one. This is important. Can you help? Can you somehow ease up on that pulling? The great waters here are full of melt. They even upswell warm under the vast expanses of white ice at tip and bottom of the otherwise crisp world, and crack, break, tumble, go the frozen rivers into the crusting soup where white bears swim hungry and penguins dive with sunburned feet. Lady Moon, it is surely not your fault. You play hide and seek like always, but now the tides you magnet are flooding our edges, and the people are awash in fear, birds and fish awash in public plastic crumbles. It is our fault after all. Well, more historically, the patriarchal industrial complex. And we who resist that greed in the name of love for all our relations, we seek your teachings. How do you do it? Write it out in the dark and the light. Keep your cool. Return again and again. Mistress of certain change, you are pretty beaten up from what we can tell. Survivor of who knows what ancient turmoil. Your soft light persists and slow bounces to us, percolates through night's shadow, time and time and time again. Surely we can learn from your ways of ebb and flow as we enter this long epoch of earth wane. Keep us in your moonwise orbit, please. Lady Moon, it is surely not your fault. You play hide and seek like always, but now the tides you magnet are flooding our edges, and the people are awash in fear, birds and fish awash in plastic crumbles. Yes, how do you do it? Write it out in the dark and the light. keep your cool, return again and again. You are pretty beaten up, survivor of who knows what ancient turmoil. Survivor, and your soft light persists and slow bounces to Yggdrasil, to the tree of Yggdrasil, and the regeneration of planet Earth ascending in the mandala of the kingdom of Shambhala, in the golden holy eternity of now. And may in this golden eternity of this hour be a blessing of the holy new year and a happy new year, and make sure that you follow your bliss, and follow your bliss clear on out to the void. Happy I Magi Nation. We're all together in this. So peace be with, and have a happy new year.